Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Felipe, hola. ¿Bien y tú?
Every day, more and more people regain their memories of their lost loved ones. No longer will beings like Calyx be able to manipulate their fear and ignorance as he
Estoy bien
once
que
did.
andas jugando Final Fantasy XIV online.
That being the case,
No he jugado en un buen
Alice
tiempo.
and I have come to a decision.
Estaba pensando el otro día, todavía estoy pagando la suscripción, así que debería jugar.
We will depart Tyrrell in the coming days. Other nations must be informed about Alexandria, a necessary step to ensure lasting peace. Then, we shall return to Garlemald. Our experiences here should serve us well in the ongoing restoration efforts.
However, one pressing matter remains. Calix's summoning ritual was tied to a concept of his own creation. Ascian involvement is assured, but we have yet to ascertain the extent of their influence on the Ninth.
I have done what I can to treat the enthralled, and those still afflicted with Levin sickness. I may now devote my undivided attention to an investigation.
Then we shall leave this one in your capable hands. Do let us know if you turn anything up.
It's Erenville. My time in Tyrrell is at an end, and so I'm headed to the harbor now. We'll meet again, of that I'm certain. Until then, I wish you safe travels.
Para jugar este juego hay que pagar suscripción. Creo que sale $14 o $15 al mes, algo así.
Words of caution from you, of all people.
Ya eran varios meses que no había jugado, entonces como
What do you think you're doing?
fue como, oh, estoy pagando, tengo que
But I
jugarlo.
thought you'd like to know. I've detained the fugitive. He
Esto es como
promises to
Warcraft en
tell
ese
us
sentido,
before
hay que
he
pagar.
sets sail, only to try and sneak aboard his boat with nary a hug goodbye. Cold bastard. But there's still time before they weigh anchor.
That boy. We should make for the harbor ere he wriggles free of Lamachi's grasp.
If we're heading the same way, we might join him on the ship. Good company is always welcome on a long voyage, is it not?
What? Now? I haven't finished packing.
Knowing you, the essentials are already accounted for.
Fine, if we must. But you're helping pack the rest. And I hope you've decided on a souvenir for Eunice.
I have several ideas, as it happens.
Ever aligned in purpose, if not execution.
Lest you wonder, Kryl and I intend to remain here with Y'shtola.
To continue our study of the key, naturally. By all accounts, Preservation's facility promises to yield some answers.
Shale has been conducting a more thorough examination. She may have insights to share.
Then why not invite her along to see everyone off? Surely she'd want to be there too.
Here. Mission down there. Y el juego tiene su propio lore. Sí, es como... o sea, es como Final Fantasy en el sentido de que es toda una historia bueno, tú sabes que cada Final Fantasy tiene como su propio mundo y como sus propios como línea de tiempo o como su propia historia por separado. O sea, el Final Fantasy, por ejemplo, no sé, el 7 es una historia, el 8 es otra historia y así, el 9 es otra historia. Este es una historia que pasa en el universo de Final Fantasy, pero es como otra historia. Pero como este es online, la historia continúa y continúa y continúa. De hecho, este juego es súper largo. Pero la verdad a esta altura no me acuerdo mucho de la historia porque de verdad es muy larga. De hecho creo que hay videos en YouTube como con el resumen de la historia, es como 2 horas, una cosa así. Porque eso es mucho. No, sí. Sí, eso es el resumen, entonces imagínate.
There they are.
You look well. No lingering effects then?
Ah, I'm hale as ever. And busy with work.
I imagine there's no shortage of affairs to put in order. Are Kona and Galulja faring well?
Kona is off to survey our nation and its peoples. He wants to consult with local representatives and hear their thoughts on our policies. And Gululja's really taken to his training. I feel like he's been spending more time with the Landsguard than me lately.
Standing here, I cannot help but remember the day of our arrival in Tuliolo. The rite of succession feels so long ago.
We knew not of what would happen between my father and Zorolja, nor of Alexandria and its queen. It was to aid a naive claimant that you came to Tural. But you've done so much more for me. For the entire nation of Tuliyollal. We owe you a greater debt than we can ever repay. But that doesn't mean we can't try. Whenever you need an ally, we'll stand with you.
Allow me to echo that sentiment. Not only were you kind to me when I awakened a stranger in my own land, you extended your grace to Alexandria again and again. And on behalf of myself and my people, thank you for curing the ailment that for centuries tormented us.
I'll look forward to our next visit. I'm sure we'll have exciting stories to share with one another.
Ever since I introduced you to Wuklamat, you've faced no end of hardships. Many of them her fault. Yet I feel no remorse, only gratitude. For without your aid, I would not have had the chance to say goodbye. Nor vowed to explore every corner of the world. To see what we haven't seen. Shall we?
Rest assured, upon arriving, we shall make it a priority to visit Tataru and assuage her myriad fears.
I expect the sight of you two will be a balm for her worry-laden heart.
Safe journey, and remember to enjoy it.
Give my regards to Oblivion. And thank you for all you did for my mother.
Come back soon!
Take care!
That was a proper send-off. Now, time to get back to it.
Duty ever calls for she who loves her realm.
Right. Though, if you need a break, you're always welcome to visit Tulihiola. I'll give you the grand tour. I guess they're really over. Your adventures in Tural. I'll remember our time together for the rest of my days.
Aha! Power resolve spotted!
The Lance Guard is looking for you. It's sparring time!
Oh, good thing you're here then. Can't miss that.
So let's go already! Everyone's waiting to see the Vow resolve in action!
Sorry, I have to go. Till next time.
Thus do they take to the winds.
To follow their own paths and their hearts, as they should. is truly a beautiful place to roam.
An endless ocean and ever-changing sky. First time I saw them, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was like I was walking among images from our oldest records. And beyond that horizon are more lands and more people. That one I still struggle to imagine.
We ourselves hail from beyond that horizon, in fact. Rather, most of us do. I merely thought I did.
Oh, that's right. I can only imagine how it must have felt to learn you're a native of our world.
The fact that I wasn't born in the land where I've spent most of my life has taken time to sink in. 'Twas not until I met my parents in living memory that the truth of my origin began to feel real.
Your experience is not unlike mine. When first I awoke, the realm everyone spoke of sounded nothing like my own. I had to walk its streets, live and breathe it, before I could accept and embrace my new reality.
And for me to embrace mine, I need to learn more about my people, the Milala. We should come upon more information in the course of studying the key, but as Shale's investigation of the containment complex is still ongoing, would you mind if we sought a different avenue of inquiry into the history of the Ninth?
I have no objection. What we learn will deepen our understanding of the broader picture.
Agreed. My curiosity extends well beyond our duty to assess Ascian influence.
If it is knowledge of the Ninth's past you seek, I have an idea where to begin. Alexandria was originally part of a landmass known as the Mist Continent. This continent had been left in ruins in the wake of the storm surge, with Alexandria the sole nation to survive the devastation.
The calamity of lightning that ravaged the world.
Aye. Per the sources we recovered from the Underkeep, though the conflict between nations was destructive in its own right, 'twas Levin that dealt the final blow.
No place was spared its fury, and all was chaos in the castle town. We tried to evacuate the people in airships, Otis, the knights and I, but we couldn't save everyone. Those who survived gathered within the barrier, and we took in as many foreign refugees as we could. Yet, despite the dangerous environment, our system showed that there were some few souls who ventured outside the barrier, into the lands beyond.
Beyond? But we thought that was impossible. I was under the impression the star was scoured of life, that man could not survive outside the barrier.
Going by the records, the storm surge extended to every corner of the world. Nothing and nowhere was spared. If anyone did survive out there, it would have been an unimaginable trial.
And yet, those people must have been going somewhere. What if there was a refuge? A place that weathered the storm surge and rebuilt over the intervening 4 centuries?
Given Alexandria's displacement to the source, we had neither cause nor opportunity to survey the remainder of the continent.
Living memory remains physically in the 9th. If we seek a means of egress, other than the portal connecting it to Alexandria, perhaps it might lead us to the Mist Continent.
Living memory was not transported here despite being a top Everkeep. In which case, it may have been a physically independent space all along.
Meaning, another point of egress could well exist.
And if it does, someone has to be maintaining it. The mechanical soldiers, for instance.
Shall we have a chat with them and see what they know?
If it please your majesty, will you accompany us? If we do land upon the Mist Continent, I would feel much more assured with you at our side. I thought as much. Into the great unknown we go, then.
I wonder what's gonna be the next region for the game. It's gonna be here. That would be crazy. Hello, just Jack. How's it going? What flavor of Spanish do you speak? Chilean Spanish. Advanced Spanish, I was. Fix the path, I guess in the game. Okay, listen. Yeah, when I speak Spanish, I try to, you know, not use my Chilean accent or, you know, kind of speed up talking because it's too fast and too confusing for people. So I try to keep it like very neutral when speaking Spanish, but yeah. Chile is the one's like, yes. We use that word extensively. We mix it with stuff, and you know we use it as a verb, as a noun, as an adjective, as a everything. Ooh, what is this? Where am I going? Are there many Chileans where you live now? No. I mean, yeah, not that many, to be honest. Okay, well, I didn't know that I'm going to another area now. That's interesting. Where am I now? Alexandria Crater on Lost World. Ooh, nice. I'll let you get back to it again, but I'll follow. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Where are you from, by the way? And how do you know about Chile? Oh, it's a duty. Okay, I will have to do this with people, but I haven't played this game in so long. I live in the Midwest of the US. I was studying Spanish for a while, but even the neutral Spanish is more challenging than I expected. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Or at least more of a commitment. Well, I would say the best, what worked for me when I moved to the US and I had to kind of, well, I knew English before coming here, but, I mean, it was still difficult, but you know, one of the things that kind of helped me a lot was, you know, watching the news on the TV like all day, having that all day and listening in. That helped me a lot with, you know, refining my hearing, you know, of the English language, I would say. And also for sure, you know, watching movies and stuff with subtitles and, you know, watching them in English. So if you do the same with, you know, news on Spanish or movies in Spanish, you know, that could help for sure. The problem is that, you know, neutral Spanish is kind of difficult because it really depends on what you're seeing. I would say that's why I was doing, you know, when I was trying to improve, you know, listening and, you know, in general English, I was doing the news because they I don't know, they enunciate better. They speak like pretty much at the same speed all the time. You know, it's more consistent and it's easier to follow, right? But now I wouldn't know what to suggest to be like a news station that is neutral in Spanish. I'm not sure. I mean, probably you wanna watch something from Mexico, I guess. Like, what is it? Univision or something like that, you know? That's a good idea about the news and a really solid explanation of why it would be helpful. Yeah, you know, because when I moved here, that was the first, I mean, the biggest challenge that I had was not speaking the language, because I mean, you can take your time and I mean, you might get stuck sometimes with, you know, trying to think about what you're gonna say, but I mean, eventually you figure it out, right? But when people are speaking to you, it's kind of hard because, you know, you cannot be asking like 20 times, can you repeat that, can you repeat that, can you repeat that, right? And also, you know, sometimes when you need someone to repeat something, they repeat exactly the same, and the problem is that you might not maybe aware of a specific word, and if you don't hear it well, it's even harder to try to think about, well, what would be the meaning maybe of that word. Even if you don't have the exact meaning, maybe you can, based on the context, maybe you can you can get the meaning, right? But if you don't, if you're not able to hear it correctly, it's even harder, right? So yeah, I would say, you know, that's something that might work, you know? Because at the end of the day, the only way to get better in a second language or a third or a fourth language is, you know, using it. You know, you have to use it, and sometimes you have to force yourself to use it more and more to get better, right? You know, in my case, for example, the way that I learned English, like, a lot was because when I was in college, I was, you know, I was studying computer science, right? In Chile. So anytime that I had to get a book from the library, I would select the English version of the book, because usually when I tried to pick the Spanish version, they didn't have any more copies, because, you know, all of my classmates, they were getting the same book for the same exams and all of that, right? So at first I was like, it wasn't intentional. It was like, they were gonna tell me, oh, we don't have the Spanish version, but we have the English version. I was like, okay. Let's try, right? But then over time I noticed, okay, there's always availability for the English version of the same book. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start getting always the English version, right? And that's how I started, you know, kind of learning more and more about English, right? But that was more like about reading and writing, but not, you know, speaking and listening, you know, because you have to kind of, you know, practice of, you know, the skills for, you know, every single thing, right? And how many do you speak? Well, it's not like I speak many. I mean, I do, I mean, native Spanish. I do English because I live here and I work here, so I have to know English. But I would say I can understand, and probably I can, well, for example, Portuguese. I can understand it. I cannot maybe speak it too much, but, you know, I've been to Brazil, and I'm able to kind of survive, I would say. I mean, if I need to ask for directions, or, you know, if I go to a restaurant and stuff like that, I can handle, right? A little bit of Italian too, but I would say that's easier for us, you know, Spanish speakers, because it's very close to Spanish, right? And then I did try to learn Japanese sometime when I was in high school. I still remember a few things, but I don't use it, so that's the problem. Maybe if I go there sometime to Japan, maybe I can try to see, you know, how much I can. I mean, I know like the very basic stuff. Again, like travel kind of level of knowledge, I guess. Like, you know, again, asking for prices, asking for directions, you know, and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, I would say that's what I know. That's a lot of languages. Well, I would say when you learn an additional one, that kind of unlocks other stuff too. I mean, makes it easier, I guess, to if you want to go for a third one, yeah, you can totally do it. One more quick question. Yeah, go ahead. Do you think Condorito comic would be good for me to try to read? Okay, Condorito, I mean, that's full of Chilean slang, so unless you're planning to go visit Chile, or maybe do something in Chile and be there for a long time, then yes. Otherwise, you're gonna get really confused. You know, Condorito is very, very, you know, Chilean in that sense. The cartoon, yeah, it's a comic. It's like a magazine, you know? Let me see if I have a picture of that. Okay, you can see my screen, right? Yeah. Yeah, so this guy. Condorito. Sorry for interrupting. No, I mean, you're good. No, yeah. No worries. No, yeah, I do like talking about different things, and you know, I'm very happy to answer any question about my country. I mean, that's really nice. Let me show you maybe one page of Condorito. What is this? Oh, it's a tiny version of it. Let me see this one. Oh, why it's not increasing the image? Okay, let me open a new tab. Okay, this one for example. You still there, just Jack, right? So we're gonna be doing like a quick Spanish lesson. If you're still there. Okay. Well, this is not slang, but this is more like when something has like a double. Well, it's not like a double meaning, but you know that sometimes the same word means different things, and depending on the context, right? So this one, Condorito goes to the doctor, right? So it says, "Buenas tardes, señorita, quiero ver al doctor." Like, good afternoon. I want to see the doctor, right? So she says, "Su nombre, Condorito." Your name, Condorito, right? So she says, "No lo veo en la lista, ¿tiene hora?" And then Condorito says, "Sí, las 2:30." So do you understand this part? Because this might be tricky, because this is something that this is how we speak in Chile in particular. When we say "tiene hora." Yeah, she asked if he has an appointment. Yes. Yes. Yes, exactly. I already know which one it is. It's a comedy comics. Yeah, yes, Felipe. Exactly. Yeah, he tells her the time, because when we ask for the time, we also say "tiene hora." So in Spanish, I would say in like standard Spanish, well, why does she bluff? Because I mean, she was expecting a yes or no answer, not to be given the time. But let me explain, and let me explain why this is more like local Chilean way of speaking compared to, you know, like a more regular Spanish. When she says "tiene hora," you're right, she's asking if he has an appointment. But in a more standard Spanish, you would say "tiene una cita." No "tiene una hora." Hora is time, not appointment. But that's something that we do in Chile. Is like when we say hora, we can refer to either an appointment or time. But in other countries they say cita, which is that's an appointment. You know? So yeah, in this case, is, you know, playing with that. It's like she's asking, do you have an appointment? And he's replying with the time, right? So that's why she plop, you know? But yeah, if you speak with someone from, I would say, from Mexico or somewhere else, you know, they will use the word cita. They wouldn't use hora, right? So yeah, it would be confusing if you read this. You're like, what? What's going on? And then there might be other stuff that is more like local or that has some more slang. So let me find maybe another one. Let's see. Okay, let me check this one. ¿Qué sucedió con Viviana? Soy un idiota. Para quedar bien con ella le hablé de mi tío el millonario. Entiendo, así se enteraría de que era su heredero. Pero el error fue hablarle a mi tío de ella. ¿Cuál es el problema? Es que ahora Viviana es mi nueva tía. Ok. Yo también soy de verdad. No. No, you're not. Well, let's see. I mean, that one was meh. But yeah, I would say, well, and that's the other thing, you know, it's not like, I don't know, Condorito's like very funny. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, you know, play with words and stuff like that, you know, might be making it very confusing. Let me think about something else that might be more helpful, maybe. Well, I would say, in general, why... Okay, for example, you can try this. Do you like Harry Potter? Oh wait, I hope the ad it's already done. Okay, I'm a little old for Harry Potter, but I've read it. Okay, well, you've read already Harry Potter, right? Which is, you know, that was the other thing. If you read the original version, if you try to read now the Spanish version of the same book, that will make it easier for you to understand the book in Spanish, right? So you will learn new words, but you already have the context of what it is or what it's supposed to be, right? So you already have the context of it, right? So probably that will be a good exercise for improving your Spanish, right? So maybe you can read the book in Spanish now. And the other thing is that if you want to do like, if you want to improve your reading, I mean, not only watching the news, but you can read newspapers in Spanish. That's also helpful. Read Harry Potter in Spanish. Oh, you did? Okay, I thought you read it in English, not in Spanish, but... Oh, you're just repeating. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, yeah. Try to do that. I mean, yeah. No, yeah. I got it now. No, yeah, but you can try that. I mean, that's a good exercise, I would say. And it would be something more familiar to what you already know, right? Because you already know about it, right? By the way, let me go back to... I'm gonna change my outfit, by the way. I wanna look sexier. I mean, if I'm gonna be doing dungeons, I need to look sexier. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. That's sexy enough, right? Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'll be right back.
baby. You can't read the doll.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm gonna try to the dungeon, but on my own first, and see how it goes. Oh, 735? Oh, I need better equipment. Okay, I gotta check where to get 735 equipment. Alliance is 750. $790. Oh damn. Okay, how do I get a weapons? 675. No. Yeah, maybe if I get a better body, maybe I can. Oh, I need 800. Okay, I don't have 800. Oh no! I am so close. Okay, what gives me better equipment? think my retainer has that. Let's see. Oh shoot, I need one more. Oh, what can I get? Okay, let's see. 725. Oh, I can get this one. Okay, 735. Oof, okay. I will need to start doing this stuff also. The location is nest weight. why it says members selection?
I stand ever ready.
Okay.
I won't let you down.
Wait, why cannot register? Okay, let's see what is this dungeon about. Oh, maybe I'm gonna do... We're gonna give a Dorito for trial. Okay. Oh, damn. What the hell happened?
Daddy, chill.
Yay. Give me something good. What is it? Good of casting. Oh, okay, I can use this. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna worry. this? Ring of Slain. Okay. Okay. Hearing of casting. 755. What is that? Like a winged horse, unicorn kind of thing. That's weird. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn it. It's Bahamut. Yeah, it could be Bahamut. By the way it looks. Ooh, okay, sweet. To me, more of an XIV beta look before the now version from Final Fantasy X. Oh, I played Final Fantasy X, but I don't remember that much. That was so many years ago. Glove suspending. Okay, I cannot use that.
me!
Oh, a griffin. Okay. fuck? Damn it! No! Oh, that's fucking annoying. Okay, let's try again. Yes! I did it! Yay! Oh, why has it has the old music?
And the perimeter is clear. Good work, everyone. And a big thank you to our helpers, whoever you are. Now, we have a tiny bit of clearing up ahead of us. You know what to do.
Our helpers, were we being watched?
So the city endures, and it is in much better shape than expected.
Impressive, considering the destruction without. The people here must have gone to great lengths to maintain all of this.
Their barrier resembles that of Alexandria, though it is smaller in scale. And not quite as effective, if the breach we witnessed is any indication. I fear such incidents may be common here.
Thunderous heavens! It's been years since we've had visitors. I am Miaili, the Mayor of Treno. Allow me to welcome you to our city. And thank you for the assistance with our little monster problem just now. Might I ask your name, miss? Though I have an inkling I know it already.
But of course, I am Sveen of Alexandria.
As I thought. It truly beggars belief. I once heard the strangest of reports from one of ours who went to Alexandria, you see. That despite the intervening years, the Queen had not aged a day. And sure enough, I'd swear, you'd stepped out of an old oil portrait mere moments ago. Though you must forgive me if this takes some getting used to. It is an honor to meet you, Your Majesty. I look forward to hearing the tale from your own lips. I imagine it won't be an easy one to tell. But please. What happened to Alexandria?
I see. From your perspective, it must have looked as though we were wiped from the face of the star.
One day, we lost all contact with our people in Alexandria. Scouting parties sent to investigate reported that not only the barrier, but Alexandria itself was gone. Nary a stone to mark where it had stood.
What you must have gone through, not knowing what became of us. But know that Alexandria yet survives, albeit in a distant land. Her and her people. I can tell you the whole tale from beginning to end, but first, might I ask your permission to remain in Treno for a time?
Of course you can. You and your companions have already done us a great service, and are more than welcome to enjoy our hospitality. Now, how about we continue this at Town Hall? We needn't keep standing in the middle of the street.
I shall join them. Even with the precautions we've taken, it remains to be seen if Sven's condition will remain stable. I suspect, however, that the rest of you would rather be out and about. Consider this my blessing.
In light of our purpose here, the tour of the city is indeed in order.
I presume you have no objection? With your permission, then. But before we go... allow me to introduce myself as well. I am Cryo, and I hope to learn more of this city and its people. Would it offend if we were to ask a few questions? Perhaps as we work alongside you, aiding you in whatever ways you may require.
You needn't fret. Treno folk are as friendly as they come. As for aid, if you're willing, you might speak with my grandson Lummel. That was his voice you heard earlier. You'll find him serving herbal remedies to the others.
Thank you for your guidance. We shall seek him out first.
Well, what do you think? It's a traditional Malala recipe. That means it's working.
I'm put in mind of the gelatin I had at the studium. Nutritious, they assured me.
I can relate all too well. It's not unlike the syrup leader used to make. Black as pitch and sour as sin. Though, there's no better cure for fatigue.
You know, Raha, going to bed at a reasonable hour would be the best cure. Oh, that's... I do feel shockingly refreshed.
Perhaps it stimulates the body's ability to process ether and hastens regenerative functions.
Indeed, it does. It also counteracts some of the effects of excess lightning, and helps to calm the nerves besides.
Which is why you serve it whenever there's a breach in the barrier.
Our Malala ancestors came from the lushest of lands, so they developed all sorts of natural remedies. We strive to carry on their traditions. And I'm sure you see why. Really hits the spot, doesn't it? Now, welcome to Treno.
fascinating. I appreciate your thoroughness in recounting the details. I too learned much, as I helped to treat the injured's wounds. The Malala's curative magics appear identical to Sphne's. This means that either her tutor was a Malala as well, or that the art had spread all throughout the Ninth. Then there are the symbols and tomes, which are highly reminiscent of Arcanima. If these elements indeed originated with the arcane geometries of the South Sea Isles, as in the source, 'tis curious that they have developed in so similar a manner on this shard.
Mind you don't share that with any other graduates of the Faculty of the Arcane, lest they beat you to publication.
Did you learn aught of note, Raha?
I spoke with one of Treno's storekeepers about how they obtain their supplies. Though they are few and far between, other settlements yet exist on the Mist Continent, with a rail system facilitating the flow of goods between them. Unfortunately, barrier breaches trigger an emergency failsafe on the main line, so the train is presently stopped at a midway point until operations can resume. There are also maritime routes, but they see only occasional use. Often, as now, Treno must make do with what is to hand.
In addition to this constant state of scarcity, much of Treno's populace suffers from Levin sickness, not to mention the frequent attacks on the city and the resulting casualties. Yet everyone we've spoken with seems undaunted by these hardships. They are not only surviving, they are happy in spite of it all.
Where there is life, there is hope. And when one believes in a better future, a tomorrow even the slightest bit brighter than today, there is naught to be done but build it. Until, stone by stone, the city rises.
A noble city with noble purpose.
Is aught the matter, Lomel?
I think I've dropped something and now I can't find it anywhere. I'm doomed.
Oh, is it this by chance? While I was distributing the remedy, I was asked to pass it along to you.
Yes! That's it! Yes! I'm not doomed.
Is that a tracking device?
You've a keen eye for technology. This thing picks up on the ether of the creatures that get through the barrier.
That explains how you knew when they'd been vanquished.
Exactly. It shouldn't show anything now, but I can switch it on like so. No, she's going to kill me! Say, how'd you like to meet my sister Ayane? She's an electrope engineer, so she knows all sorts of interesting stuff.
I take it she also built that device.
Oh yes, that's my sister. She's a genius. Everyone says so. And she won't kill me in front of other people. Probably. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting to watch her work? Maybe you can even help. It'd be, you know, edifying? Please! I beg you! Please!
I suppose that's that then.
Ah, our visitors. Thanks for lending a hand earlier, but what brings you here? Lummel, what did you do?
You know that, advanced monster tracking, what's it? It may be a teeny tiny bit,
You broke it again? How many times must I tell you that we're running low on electrope? I'm an engineer, not a bloody miracle worker!
I beg your forgiveness! I'm on my knees and everything, see? And since we have guests, can't you let it slide? Just this once?
He dragged you here just so I wouldn't tan his hide, didn't he? You'd never believe he's the elder sibling. I'm so sorry.
Please, don't be. We're glad for the opportunity to meet you. And Lummel mentioned that you might have some work we could assist with.
There are guests, Lummel, not servants. Must we have the manners talk again?
Please don't misunderstand. We asked to help, that we might learn what life is like in Treno. And with your expertise, we also hoped you could tell us more of how the city utilizes electrope.
If that's the way of it, then I'd be happy to share what I know.
When you spoke earlier, it sounded as if Treno had little electrobe to spare. It's difficult to procure, I take it.
We never have as much as we need. And much of what we do have is repurposed. Well, you'll find me digging through the scrap heap whenever some vital device or another breaks down.
Sí.
Repairing that
Va a
old
terminar
barrier
el
should be our
video y yo
highest
creo que me voy a
priority.
acostar.
But we just don't have enough electrope on hand to do a proper job.
And the longer we go without access to the mine, the worse it'll get. If only we could scare those beasts away.
Did we not pass through a mine on the way here?
You got rid of them? Just like that?
So, the mine is safe for mining again? Hooray!
Leave the mining to your big brother. All you have to do is fix the tracker.
Yes, very well. If you go, do be careful. And once you get the machinery up and running, make sure to send some electrobe over to the barrier service station.
Though we've cleared the mine, there is no telling what else waits outside the barrier. Shall I accompany you?
I'm so glad you asked. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do if I'd had to go alone.
As we did pass through but recently, I expect Raha can keep him safe without our help. In the meantime, shall we assist Ayane with her repair work?
Okay, time to go to bed. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll be streaming tomorrow, okay? Good night. Bye.